Hi everyone, welcome back to Faraday Academy for the 16th live stream. I really can't believe that it's been over a month and 16 live streams into building this application. So I want to talk for a minute about the future of these live streams. This is definitely something I've been enjoying doing, and I have a whole bucket list of apps that I would like to build over these live streams. Right now I'm trying to come up with ways to make them a little bit more efficient so I can get more done in the hours so I spend. I'm thinking about increasing these to an hour and a half and also maybe having some of the code pre-written. I guess if anything is like a boilerplate task, then I could pre-write it. For example, if I needed HTML or styling or something easy like that. So those are some of the ideas that I have to make these live streams a little bit better. If you've noticed these last few live streams, I've also been scheduling them ahead. So, sorry. So I would post them an hour or two or three before so that people can hit reminder. And I think that makes it a better experience than just randomly coming live right at the time. So those are some things I've been doing to make these live streams better. Another thing that I'm doing with my channel in general, I am working on some more crash course videos. I would like to do one edited tutorial per week because I think, a lot of people watched my Vue tutorial on Free Code Camp and wanted more of, or have been asking for more of the same type of thing on this channel. So I'm working on a couple, one crash course on Vuetify, which should be out soon, and a couple other things like that. So yeah, thanks for tuning into this channel again and for chatting with me during the live streams. I'm going to go ahead and switch to screencast. And I already have the backend and the front end running of the application. Let me just show the repo like I do at the beginning of every live stream. So if you are new here, haven't tuned in yet, this is the repo that I've been working out of GwenF. It's on my GitHub, GwenF/curriculum-app. And it goes over some of what this is. It's basically an app where you can create, share, and keep track of your learning progress and add different areas to your curriculum and check them off as you go along. And the mock-ups here kind of tell that story, I hope. Yeah, so, sorry. Hi, Andre. How are you? All right, so my next task in my dev tasks is hook up the checkboxes, and I'll show you what that is. By the way, these dev tasks, if you go to projects here, they have project boards in GitHub. They're kind of primitive if you compare them to other Kanban systems, but they work. And one of the good things here is that when I want to write more information about one of these tasks, I turn it into an issue like I did here. And well, this is completed, so you can see there's no issues because it's closed. But then I can put more information here, which I will definitely be doing for this authentication piece because there's quite a few steps and details that I need to write out there. Anyways, so here is the app and view all. Let's go to this one. And so I need these checkboxes to be able to actually do something rather than just check on the front end. And if you remember when we built the API, there's, where is it? Oh, right, the patch. So we can get all of our curricula with the get request. We can just create one new curricula with the post, and then we have this item endpoint for curricula, which will get this single curricula, which will update the single one or delete the single one. So in the patch request, and in the patch request, it basically anything we pass in to the request will get updated on the curricula that matches this ID. So the ID is in the URL, and then we pass in whatever we want in request.body. Now this is kind of dangerous, because we're not checking. I guess we do check with the schema, but we should be checking here to make sure it's a valid field and do some error handling. But we haven't gotten to that yet. So right now we're going to do a patch, and let me try this from my REST client. So I'll do http://localhost 8080, and then I have it at API v1, and then curricula, and then / whatever the ID is. But I'm just going to get all of these right now. Curricula front. Oh, right. So I'm trying to hit the front end. I need to do this at port 5000. There we go. So now I get all of these back. So let me look at one that I've added from the front end, which is, I guess, a lot of these. Let's go to test curricula because that's the one we pulled up. So let me take this ID, and then I'll just make a get request to that. And then I can make a patch request to update whatever property I want. So if I'm updating, let's say I want to update is completed, so when a checkbox is checked, I'm basically updating this is completed field, but it's inside of two nested arrays. So I'm going to have to pass in the whole sections. With how it's set up now, I'm going to have to pass in the whole sections array unless I update this logic. So for right now, I'm just going to pass in the whole sections. Even if I update one. So let me see how that works. So here in the front end, let me open up the front end. So let's create form. So it's in the display when I display a single curriculum. And here is the checkbox. And then I have project.name. I actually have to update this router link too. So when I say let me look at the Vuetify docs actually, because I can't remember what it wants me to bind to. So, oops, no. So let's go to checkbox. it's just a V model, and then switches. So I guess I can just do an @click or something. I thought they might have another event for it. All right, yeah. I'm going to try to do just an @click here. So in the checkbox, I'm going to say @click equals, let's say toggle complete. And let's make that function. So we have computed. Let's make a methods object, and then we'll do toggle completed. Do we say, oops, toggle complete? Yeah, toggle complete is good. Okay, and then here we want the value of the checkbox, but we're going to have to V model it. So selected curriculum, let's look at what that is in state, because that will have all of this information. So in the Vue Dev Tools, let's see, in my content, so in display curriculum, I have this selected curriculum object, and in sections, so I can get the index of the array in sections and know which one, but then I'll also have to get the index of the array inside of projects. Hi Anna, welcome to the stream. So let me look at my loops. So I do have this index, which is I for sections, and then I have J for where it is in the projects or resources arrays. So let me pass in I and J into my checkbox. So here's my checkbox. Oh, I must have, yeah, I put the other one here in projects, but it'll be the same. So I need I, J, and then also whether or not it's a project or a resource, but I will put that one first. So this one is going to be project, and then I'll copy that. Let's see. Yeah, because, oh, this is actually K for the projects loop, and then for the resources loop, it's J. So on this checkbox, which is, so this is the projects loop, and then this is the resources loop. But I just have one item in each of those right now. So I'm passing in, well, this is resource. So resource, and I'll just put the S on it, so I'm not going to have to do any string manipulation in the function. So resources, I and J, projects, I and K. Then when I call that, Let me put type and section index and then type index. All right. And then I basically find it in this dot selected curriculum. And then I also, it won't work yet because I also need to be modeling this checkbox so I know the value true or false. So let me first do this dot selected curriculum. No, let me just find it. So dot sections. So I'm looking in the sections array for section index dot type. And then I'm looking in the, so this will either be resources or projects, and then dot type, and then the index of the particular resource or project object that I want. So that would be type index. So this is exactly what I want. And I guess I can just, oops, console log that. And then I need to put a V model on this also, but let me just make sure that that's working. So, nope, it's not working. So section index type is undefined. So let me, I have toggle, I want to make sure everything's spelled correctly first. So I have those, and then I'm passing in these correctly. So let me see what logic I'm getting wrong here. So let me check this. And then, okay. There we go. So 0, 0, okay. This dot selected curriculum. Okay, that's correct. Dot sections. And then I have projects or resources. Section index. So I wonder if this is a string. Or it doesn't seem like, no, it's not. It's a index. So section index 0. And this one has, oops, 0 index on it because there's an object there. And then, oh, that was silly of me. This is supposed to be a variable that I'm passing in. Okay. So this also, so bracket on bracket on bracket. And that should work. So let me play that. And then okay. And this, so it did give me back the object. Let me remove the debugger. This dot selected curriculum dot sections section index dot type. Not doing type anymore. Let me hard refresh. All right, so that works, except that I am... So I think it's my @click is interfering with whatever Vuetify is doing. And also I need to be mapping or V-modeling the checkbox. So let me do the V-model first. So V-model equals, let's see, it's gonna be, so here I already have resource here, which is already the loop to resource. So it'll be resource dot, what is it? Is checked or something? Oh wait, I got it in here. So is completed. So it'll be resource dot is completed where it models. And then it will be the same for this, for the project. So it will be vModel equals projects or project dot is completed. But I don't think that will affect this check. Yeah, so the @click, it doesn't like the @click. And there's a better way of doing this. I can't remember what I'm supposed to be doing. So let me look. Maybe they have it in their toggle examples. Nope. In their switches, I mean. So let's see. So checkbox. So inside checkbox there are slots. Yeah, let me look at the wherever it puts the props and slots on here. So props. Oh, events. Emitted when an input is clicked. Yeah, that's what I'm using, the click event. I guess it's not letting the click bubble up to Vuetify. But I'm not doing .stop to stop propagation or anything, so I'm not sure why it's doing that. Okay, mouse down, mouse up. Okay, let's see what slots do. So these are mostly just for styling, it seems. Yeah. And then props. Yeah, so, I mean, I could try a different type of event. Like instead of click, I could do a mouse event, but even then, I don't think I want to do a mouse event for this. So let me see if I can find anything. Beautify checkboxes, click event. How to stop the click event. Okay. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh, whoops. So I think this person might be having the same problem as me. So he has this same V checkbox. And he has an @click event. Okay. Okay, so maybe I want @change. Maybe that's what I'm missing. Let me see. So instead of @click, let me try to do @change. And I wonder if I can pass these in still, or if it passes in a different value here. So let me comment that out and then just see what this first value is, because it could be the value of the checked box. So I'll clear my console. Resources. Okay. Well, anyways, it works and it passes in the type that I'm passing in. So that's good. So as far as I know, it's working right now. And also let me open the object. So is completed should toggle. So let me see if it's true here. Yeah, so is completed is modeling correctly and everything is getting passed correctly into the function. So now I need to call something in store. So let's see. I need to call an action to update the curriculum. So I'm going to copy this one and do patch commit, and then I'll pass in, I guess I'm going to call it payload because it's going to be an object with the curriculum ID and then whatever I want to update on that. So I believe I can do axios.patch and then the API URL is the same, except I want to add on the ID that I'm passing in. So first of all, what I want to pass in on the payload is the curriculum. Is that spelled right? It always, I'm typing curriculum so often it all looks wrong now. So, okay, so curriculum ID No, that should be camel cased. Okay. And then what's the other thing that I want? Oh yeah, the request body. So I'll just say body, I guess. Or actually I'm going to be passing it in the updated sections, which seems like overkill, especially for a patch. But this is the easiest way to do it right now. So I'll call it sections. No, because what if I want to patch the name or something else later? So I'm just going to do body, yeah. And then pull that off of payload, the payload object that I'm passing in here. So I have curriculum ID and body, and what I want to do in this string is take this API URL / and then put in the curriculum ID in a variable. So pass in the variable, and then I need to pass it the body. Okay. And I don't want to route anywhere afterwards. So let me think, what do I want to do in mutations? I'm not appending anything new. I could update that particular curriculum. I could find it by its ID and then update whatever I was going to update locally. Yeah, maybe I will do that. So let me see. Update curricula. So this updates them all, and this comes from the get. So when I get all of them, I call this mutation. If I'm just adding a new one, I append. So I could say update curriculum, and then state curriculum. Oops. And then here, find and update one curriculum. So I'm gonna do payload here, because payload will have, I guess it will have the ID of the curriculum and then the body, so whatever to update here, and then I can find it here and update it. So that will be this mutation, which I'll pass into patch, and I'm going to pass in, I don't need the response here, but just for right now, I'll log that out. And then, although I don't know if I'm passing anything back. Yeah, so I don't need that, sorry. And then I can pass in, since I want these two things, I'll just pass in the payload here. And then in mutations, I'll find and update the correct one. So that looks like it's going to work, provided that axios.patch works this way. I don't have any headers that I'm passing in right now, so I don't think I need any other options. Yeah, let me try that. So let me pull this into the component here. And I already have map state, so let me add map actions from Vuex. And map state isn't computed. Map actions will be in methods. So map actions. patch curriculum, and then here I'll call this dot patch curriculum, and then I need to pass it the payload. So I'm gonna say const payload equals, yeah, it's just this actually. So I think it will be that. We'll see. So that should be calling this, and then we'll see. I'll check the network. So now let me check off one of these. Error. So my patch request. Okay, so it was undefined. The ID was undefined. So that's right, because I'm not passing in the ID. That's what I need. So this will be the body, because this is the, and actually how I have it set up now is to send in all of sections. So eventually, next update, I want to be using this. But for right now, I'm going to pass in all of sections. And then, oops. And then for ID, I'll put curriculum ID. And let's see, how do I find the ID? I know I have it on the route here. Oh, I also have it on the selected curriculum. So underscore ID, yeah. So I can just pull it off of that. So let's say this dot selected curriculum dot underscore ID. Sweet, and that should work. Curriculum ID and body, okay. Oh, except this has to be this dot sections. So let me see if that works. Let me go in here. Oh, let me, okay. So now it's refreshed. Let me pull on that. Nope, it still failed. But at least it's getting the ID here. So let's see. 404 not found. Oh, API. So that's what I did. So this is actually a variable too. I was just putting it as a string. Okay. So that should work. Let's try it again. All right. So no errors, that's good. So in the network request, I get a 200. Success, sweet. Awesome. And now let me see if jQuery is set to true. So it still says false. So something is wrong with the database update. Assuming we're looking at the same one, yeah. Yeah, it's the same one. So let me try one more just to make sure. So why is it? I think I sent it in twice maybe. I wonder if I'm not passing in the params correctly. And why is this one? Oh, I must not have updated this yet. Oh, right. Because I didn't do, let me fix this. I'm going to do at change, just like I do with this checkbox. So let me see. It's still false, and let me check it once. And then, yeah, so it's not updating at all. So I wonder if I'm even getting the params passed in. Oh, of course I don't have logging in my API yet, so that needs to be fixed. Let me look at the backend API. So I'm also really not even checking for any kind of problem here. So let me see. I already have response, so I guess I should call this something else, I guess. So maybe Mongo response. And let me console.log that. All right. And now, so it didn't modify anything basically. So if I copy sections here, let's say I copy sections, paste it in here, and then I update this to true, change this to a patch request, and now let me do a get request. So there's something definitely wrong on the back end. And I wonder if it's in my logic here where I'm finding this. So curriculum, let's see. Curriculum.update1 ID. Let me look at their docs. So Mongoose, let's say update 1. Update upsert a document in Mongoose. Update 1 field in a Mongoose model. All right, let me just try one of these. 8 years ago, though. I don't know. But I guess these have been edited and updated. So Mongoose now supports this natively. Find one and update. Cool. So upsert equals true. Okay, so it's not, this link isn't linking to a particular version. I think it's linking to latest, which is good. So we can use find one and update. Conditions, update, options, callback. So query, but we're finding by ID actually. So I don't know if that's exactly what we want. Let me see. Yeah, I could also look in the dev tools. You're right, I don't think I looked at the request. Oh, I guess I'm not sending anything in here. Is that right? But even here, when I updated this, let's say I updated this and did a patch. It says successful and it still didn't update. Yeah. So maybe it's not. One second, but that's weird. Let me see. So in patch, because it seems like I'm sending in the body to Axios. Yeah, let me follow this all the way through. So I'm sending in the object to Axios. And let me stop here actually. So, oh wait, I'm trying to get here, yeah. Did I step through further than I wanted? I think I did, yeah. So let me do this again. I think it's just taking forever to load for some reason. So why am I not getting to the actions? Let's see. Toggle complete, so okay. Dot sections. Oh, all right, so this is the problem. So this dot sections is undefined because I made a mistake here. All right, so thanks. So the whole Mongoose thing was irrelevant because I said this dot sections here and it's supposed to be this dot no, here. This dot selected curriculum dot sections, which I could just pull both of these off of selected curriculum, I guess. All right. And then ID off of this dot selected curriculum. And then I'll get rid of these. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Are you a Patriots fan? Yeah, so I think that will work. And that should pass in section. So let me refresh this. And awesome. So there are actually sections there now. Thanks for your help, everyone. So yeah, so I didn't need all this Mongoose stuff. Hopefully not, unless something else breaks. Let me get rid of the debugger in here. Where is it? There it is. Awesome. And now in the network patch request, so I am sending something across. Awesome. So cool. And then now if I refresh, they should both be checked, I think. And let me send a GET request here and see. Nope, they're not. So I have another problem. Now it works. At least I'm sending the right thing though. So let me uncheck that one. Yeah, it's still false, false. But on the front end, I have display curriculum, which is sections, projects. So I have it as is completed as true here. And then is completed is false here. So it's correct on the front end. I think, yeah, resources is false. Okay. And then what am I sending over in the network? So here's my patch request in params. I'm sending over the right thing. And then in the back end, I am modifying something. So I'm modifying something, which is good. Say hi to my niece. Hi, Malgalara. Thanks for watching the stream. Are you a coder? All right. So Mongo is updating something. And I wonder, you know how, well, I don't know, but when you use Sequelize or something, it logs all of the, yeah, it automatically logs everything. So I wonder what I should use with Mongoose to log the Mongo updates. So let me search. I only have a few minutes left, so let me see how far I get here. So Mongo logs. Okay, so, but I want to be doing it through Mongoose. So let me update that. How to log. A debug log with Mongoose. So maybe that's something that I'll research off stream and figure out what I want to do. And then I guess if I'm using Winston or something, a node logger that I probably should be using that for the API, maybe for Mongoose too. Unless there's some Mongoose plugin or package that does it better. So let's see, I'm definitely updating rows. I'm definitely making updates, but the updates don't seem to be showing up. And let me look at all and then go back into, because this pulls them all fresh. See, I made a get request and I got all of the curricula. So now let me go into test. And yeah, they're not checked. So it's not updating. So for some reason, and I wonder, this is just pure speculation, but I'm wondering because these are nested objects. So I wonder if it's because they have their own ID. I wonder if it's not updating correctly, if I need to search for this ID, I guess, and update it. I wonder if I can do that actually. Let me see, because this should be a unique ID, whether it's the top level or this. And that would be _ID. So request.body .id. So request.body, let me see how to get that ID off request.body. So in patch, I'm sending sections. Oh, right. So if I sent over only the object that I wanted, I could just pull the ID off of it. Let me see. Update nested object by ID in Mongoose. Okay. So I guess he's trying to update. This is his only nested object, so maybe he's trying to update that. So yeah, I think selecting and updating a nested object. Okay, yeah. So I think I'm going to have to do a more complicated query for this. All right, so let me update my dev tasks for next time to save current value. I feel like I need a new task for that. And let's say update yeah, update logic. Yeah, no problem. 6 might be a good age to start on Scratch. I think, yeah, my niece is 6 right now. And we got her a couple logic board games trying to, I guess, ease her into learning to code eventually. Or that's the ulterior motive anyway. Update logic in patch request. I guess update query logic in patch request. Yeah, to save individual object. And I think because we want this patch request to be general purpose enough, so I'm gonna have to, because it should be able to update any piece of the whole curriculum object. So anything, the name, goal, description, or any of these nested arrays and sections. So I'm gonna have to figure out, but I mean, if I can just pass in the nested object ID and it works the same way, that would be great. Yeah. So I need that, and I'm also going to add one for implement logging in backend. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to do these two things next week, or my next live stream. So this coming week, next Sunday, I'm actually flying out to a conference, but this week I'm gonna try to fit in at least 2, maybe 3 live streams if I can make it work. So I think that's pretty much wrapped up. I'm about to update the README tonight to reflect some changes and also figure out a plan for what I want to do for the Mongoose debug logs and stuff. So thanks for tuning into my stream. Thanks, Mal Galara. I hope you get into coding soon, and I will post my live stream schedule later today for the week. So have a great day. Take care.